Hello!
What is up, everybody?
Look at this. We got people in the house.
Wow.
Sheena.
Wait. What is up?
Yo.
We're in person.
We're in person. Look, we're actually here. Look. Crazy. I mean, I hope you can hear us.
We're praying you can hear us because we can't hear you because since I'm not on the other line.
Yeah, it's weird. All the music and stuff, I couldn't hear nothing.
We're just like, how do we talk to each other? How do we do this? Do
we
stare? Do we look? Do we?
What do we do? I don't really know. Oh, we sound fab. That's great.
God.
Look, everybody's here.
Oh my gosh! Hello, guys.
Everybody's here.
Hello. I'm now on UK time, not on Eastern Standard Time. Still trying to adjust, but yeah, I literally landed this morning at 6:30 in the morning, not even like 6:10 in the morning, and Jim was like, literally like, you landed at the perfect time.
Yeah, you literally landed. I walked out of my car and you came out of the thing. It was perfect. But it was very early on a Sunday.
So early, but there was like no traffic.
No, so that
and I was able to get through security very, very fast,
which was a surprise. This is weird. Because I'm used to looking at you there, but you're here.
I am right here.
Don't know how to do this. So we get to talk about Mando and the end of the Bad Batch because that's all finished now.
Yeah, so it's finally all done. It's all good. I'm here. I am here in the UK. I actually brought 2 sabers with me. One, because one of the sabers I'm actually bringing back to Padawan. Right. So, like, one of them is the Dark Ray saber. So I technically ordered a Dark Ray last year when it was on pre-order. It came in. One of the parts wasn't working, so they sent me a replacement. And I just hadn't sent back the original one. But since I knew I was coming to the UK and I knew I was going to be meeting the people at Padawan, I was just like, I'll just bring the saber with me. So Dark Rays with me, and then I brought my Obi-Wan Kenobi Phantom Menace Profi saber. Yeah, so I have 2 sabers, but I will be leaving probably with 1.
Oh, I've got 2 for you.
Oh crap! You're right. No, I'm leaving back with 3.
Yeah.
Jimothy!
Thanks for that. I was here too. I was here first.
That's thank
nice.
You.
Hello, my love. So what do you want to talk about first? Do you want to talk about
let's talk about the end of Bad Batch because we can pretty much get through that pretty quickly.
Yeah, it was all right. Done.
Yeah, it's done. Like the show is over. We were just talking about this earlier because I feel like the show, I can see why it's going to be picked up for a 3rd season. Like by the time we get to the end of the last episode, you're already seeing the plot points of, they wanted to capture Omega.
Yep.
Rest in peace, Tech. Pour one out. We don't think he's dead. I'm sorry, but like in Star Wars, at this point, a true Star Wars fan knows no one's
unless
really
you see
gone.
A body, no one's.
Unless you see a body, no one's really gone. Unless that person is incinerated. Yeah. Even then,
somehow they return.
Somehow they return. So I don't think Tech is dead. I just think it's so strange how all of a sudden Hemlock now has his goggles. And I'm like, that means you've gone to his body. And I feel like
there's no way they would have just.
Well, he's too clone crazy to just let a good clone like that die.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, there's no way Hemlock's letting this guy.
Tech's coming back with robot
Tech's coming back,
like Maul.
Probably. And if anything, that we'll see Tech again next season.
Yeah, for sure.
But that's my theory with Tech. And then obviously they capture Omega, and kind of what I had been suspecting throughout the season. I didn't really say it, but I was suspecting that the woman that was helping Hemlock that entire time was related to Omega. Because I'm just like, you look very familiar. Like you look actually like her, but older. Because she had all that. And
she sounded like her too.
Yeah, she sounded like her too, and everything. So I was like, I think this girl's either related to Omega.
Knew that was coming.
I knew that was coming. 100%.
Yeah.
I'm literally still like flabbergasted that you finished the series, man. Because I thought you were not going to finish.
I was like, there's no way he's going to come back to it this soon. I was just like, if he's going to do it, it'll be like he did it for season 1.
He'll come back when season 3 comes back.
Exactly. And so the fact that we're talking about Sims here, if you didn't know, the fact that he finished it, I'm quite amazed.
Very shocked.
I can't actually see these.
I can.
This is right in the way.
I can.
Okay, good. I have to do this.
Get at celebration.
If you don't, then I'll never believe another word you say.
But yeah, so
apparently Matt's been saying that since we first saw her. To be fair, she did sound like Omega the whole time.
She did. Like I was like, when I was hearing her, I'm like, you sound like an adult Omega. But like, I'm like in my head, I'm like, that's not possible. But she was also very. I was just very intrigued as how interested she was in clone on technology and clones in general. And she had like, she was very snarky to the Kaminoans too, as if she knew them.
Yeah.
So like, I was like, this woman is sus, and of course my suspicions were correct. She is Omega's sister. There's fucking more of them.
But then, so why is Omega such a big deal? If
I think the older one was the test subject, and Omega was the perfection. Like whatever didn't work on her worked on Omega, and I think that's why. Personally, why she's so important to the Empire.
So it was a good last couple of episodes. The last few episodes actually were quite good. The one
overall, I would say
the one in the snow with Crosshair was very good.
Well, I feel like Crosshair in general, just
his story is quite interesting.
His arc is interesting because obviously, like he was totally pro Empire, like season 1.
Yeah.
Season 2, he starts finally seeing the teetering of what many clones are dealing with. He goes, oh, wait a minute. These people are probably not the people I expected them to be.
Yeah, for sure.
And at the end of the day, like, they could care less about me, except for this one Hemlock crazy guy who all he wants is
clones. Just clones everywhere. I did really enjoy the fact that we got to see not quite Director Krennic.
But I think he's like, what, General Krennic or
Krennic.
Commander Krennic or Captain Krennic? I'm just gonna have to.
You're just gonna be doing that whole video.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just putting it aside.
You're just checking yourself out at this
point. The bangs are not banging. So sorry. I was on a flight, man, for like all fucking day yesterday. Like the hair is just, it is what it is at this point.
Tech dying didn't really bother me because, like we said, I don't think he's dead.
I don't think he's dead.
The fact that they captured Omega at the end, I'm like, yeah, cool.
Of course, we fucking saw Saw Gerrera again.
Yeah, see, I love Saw.
I like Saw, like obviously from Rebels to Clone Wars. I mean, Clone Wars to Rebels. But then he like inserts himself where he's not needed, and like for example, that part right there was just like, you are not needed right now.
Everywhere though, no matter where you go, Saw Gerrera is not far behind. Cody's definitely still alive.
Cody's still alive for sure.
That'll come back, I'm sure, in the next season. Yeah. But yeah, it was all right finish.
Yeah, the show is finished, but now I can once again see why it will get into season 3, because that's once again the plot point from season 1, where we were still needing to know the questions, is not going to be answered until season 3.
Yeah.
We were all wondering why the hell is Omega so important, and we didn't get that. We still don't know.
This is the problem with the show. Is we were saying this earlier. This is quite difficult because we've actually been talking about this all day. So yeah. Like. Normally we wouldn't. Normally we'd like this would be the first time we talk about it. So it's got too many episodes. Ultimately, there's way too many episodes because then the fact that the actual overarching story only started in the last 4 episodes
doesn't make sense.
No. So
if they were to, like, for example, like I was telling him, like most animated shows, most animated seasons are 12 episodes. Even anime, like if you see any one season anime, it's all 12 episodes, never any more, any less. And you pretty much get the gist of the show sometimes. Sometimes they miss out a lot on plot points, and you're just like, well, I wish they had more. But I'm pretty sure they could have just done 12 episodes, not remove the filler, just get to the good shit.
That's what I said. I said 8.
He said 8. But my only thing with 8 though is that at least for animated shows, like 12 episodes, it's the nice cover.
Yeah, that's for good shows.
There's a lot of shitty anime out there too, man.
Yeah,
and we're
I
forced
suppose.
to see 12 episodes. There's actually shitty anime and animated shows out there that have 21 episodes.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I think that's what we could be thankful for, is the fact they didn't go full on Clone Wars and give us 24 episodes. Can you imagine?
Season 1.
Can you imagine how many more missions for Sid they would have done? And that bitch sucked them up the river as well.
Cut. Sorry. I'm sorry. I know you don't like me cursing on your channel, but oh my god, I hate her. I hate Sid so much. I hate her.
Yeah, but tell us how you really feel.
I hate her.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it still has potential, but the problem is after 2 seasons, it shouldn't be having potential. It should be
we should be like at this point, I should already know why Omega is so important.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I need to know why Omega is so important. I can understand if like how more of the Empire shows up in this 3rd season. And we get more of that, but at least now we should have figured out why she was so important to begin with. Why did Nala say protect her the way she did?
Yeah.
Why was the Kaminoans basically research so important to them? Because that's what Hemlock keeps saying, that like they need to unlock the Kaminoan research. They need to unlock what.
That's fine. Like we know where they're going with it, but why is Omega specifically so important?
I don't know. Watch that be the gag of. That ties Bad Batch to the Rise of Skywalker.
Somehow, for sure.
Palpatine returns.
She's Snoke. That's what it is. You always thought Snoke was a guy. Turns out, just a female clone. So that's the Bad Batch. I think 10 minutes is enough on the Bad Batch.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think
that's good.
But let's move on to Mando, season 3, episode, chapter, whatever. Do you remember?
Chapter 21. Oh, it's like Attack on Titan. You have to wait till season 3 to figure out what the MacGuffin. That's true. I don't know what that means. I've never seen it. Well, I don't know what MacGuffin means, but
MacGuffin is like
a MacGuffin.
In a show, if there's a MacGuffin, it's just like that plot device that solves everything.
Well, yeah. Well, that's what I guess what Matt was trying to say in Attack on Titan, that like the plot twist really happens towards season 2 and season 3.
Right.
Season 1, I mean, there's just so much happening in Attack on Titan. You're just like, whoa.
It's a plot twist that they're not really big, and it's actually everybody else is really small.
Actually, lies. I think the plot twist starts happening episode 4 of season 1, but it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse, and you try not to attach yourself to any characters.
I'm never gonna watch it. So, anime is not my thing.
I'm telling you, if you watch one episode, you're gonna be like,
listen. I tried it with Tokyo Ghoul. I watched a few episodes of Tokyo Ghoul.
Listen, one episode. I've watched In-Betweeners. I'll watch as much as In-Betweeners as you want.
I made her watch the In-Betweeners. I was just like, have you watched any British comedy? And she's like, I don't know what British comedy is. I was like, right, well, we'll start with the good stuff.
Attack on Titan. Okay,
so apparently Matt says it's good. But Matt also has said that the Bad Batch is good, so I'm not sure how much I trust his opinion. All right, I'll watch one episode.
Okay, I'll watch one episode.
Fine. I'll watch one episode and we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, Mando, what was the episode called? You're the one
pirate.
That takes all the... All right, great.
And that's mainly because we just watched it a few hours ago.
And I still forgot.
Why are you waiting for Jim to freeze? Like,
it's... I am rude, sorry, man. Well, it's not going to happen because we're on my internet this week, and my internet's really good. So,
yeah, mine.
To be fair, last week wasn't your fault; it was my fault.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was. So Mando, the pirate, very good episode.
Lengthy, very good.
Yeah,
I had it was 43 minutes compared to last week's, which was I think 31 minutes. Yeah, so we started off with the episode.
So Grief Karga's hanging out.
Oh my god, yeah, no, Grief Karga's explaining like how he wants to evolve the city even more.
Expanding.
He's trying to expand, and all of a sudden his arch nemesis at this point is returned back to pirates. And this man is the Bad Batch discussion is done. That's a very interesting name, the Bad Batch Defender 69.
Yeah. I wonder who that could be. Yeah, so Greed Karga's deciding what he's going to do with the city, and then everybody starts screaming, and he goes.
Because they see the ship, they see the pirate ship.
The big pirate ship. I love that ship.
That is a beautiful ship. I'm not gonna I was actually telling Jim I wouldn't be surprised if they came out with like a Lego set.
If they do, I'm all over it.
Yeah, because that was very intricate and it was
colors on it as well.
Well, it was just the way it was shaped, and I think it actually, you know what it reminds me of. I didn't mention this to you earlier. It reminded me of Thanos' ship from Endgame. When you see all the blasters shooting down like that individually, it was giving me very much that.
It was giving me Hammerhead Corvette vibes.
Oh yeah, so a Hammerhead Corvette, but just add the guns from Thanos' ship. Yes, there you go.
So yeah, and then obviously it's the big seaweed dude. What was his name? Greenie McGreenerson, and I don't know what species he was. Seaweed, I think.
I thought he was that one guy from Bad Batch.
What guy?
The one that Sid pissed off.
Oh yeah, no. This guy was made of seaweed.
Yeah, but he had the voice of if anyone can shout it out in the comments. I honestly forgot this person's name. Oh, Dorian Shard is his name. But
it's always good to have Matt in the comments,
right?
Because he's anytime we forget something, Matt's always there.
Okay, so Matt, if you can look this up really quickly, in season 1 of
we
Clone
should just
Wars,
get him to be producer of the show, and then we don't have to do anything,
right? You mean?
No, I'm afraid we don't. Well,
see, I'm not. I don't claim to be that Star Wars fan that knows everything because I'm still learning everything. Although I've literally, watched Star Wars all my life. But no, season 1 of Clone Wars, the episode arc of the Malevolence, the voice actor who plays the villain in that episode is the same. I've noticed it's the same guy as the
Dorian Shard.
So I'm just like, I love how they just kind of.
They just keep reusing people.
They keep reusing people, and I love it.
For sure.
But yeah, after that,
he essentially blows up the entire city.
Well, he started attacking the city and basically forcing everybody to evacuate. And I found this very interesting because I guess this is where Greef Karga's character development plays in because I guess at one point his droid was like, "I have your escape pod ready. Like we're ready to go. Like we can leave." And he goes, "No, I'm not going to leave the people that I finally like."
I really like his story arc. It's been really, really good from like where he started to where he is now.
Right.
He's a really good character.
He is.
That's what Weathers is amazing as well.
And he also directed last week's episode. So not only is he an actor, he's a director.
Yeah.
And hopefully many people get to see him at Celebration next weekend.
Yes, that would be cool.
That'd be insane.
And so then Grief's like, "Oh, let me contact the dude from
the New Republic."
New Republic. See, this is an interesting point actually because Gorian, it's Gorian with a G. He let us down, man. You're this close to being a producer of our show, and you just threw it all away. Just one letter. Oof. So, yes, that's an interesting point. It's very much Din is being not pushed to the side,
but he's not the main character.
He's not the main character.
He was. I would say I mean, to be fair, like yes, the show is called The Mandalorian, but he himself, even though he's the one on the posters and everything. The Mandalorian is not called the Din Djarin show.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the Mandalorian. So it could really at this point be any Mandalorian. And so now that Bo is really, I even told this to you earlier. This is basically Bo-Katan's redemption because if you guys remember her from Clone Wars, like she was part of Death Watch, she was villainized, was basically like not the Mandalorian you wanted to stand by, and then we see her in season 2 of season 2 of Rebels, and once again, like she's fighting for Mandalore, but once again, it's not like
she's very much like
she's still a remnant of the Death Watch. She's still
for sure. She's very much the Saw Gerrera of Mandalore, and so this is her kind of her way back, I think.
Yeah, and so this actually could be. I don't know if there'll be potential for her own spin-off show, because if she does, if she ends up the Bow Show,
the Bow Show.
I mean, if they could actually, I don't see enough content for the man. Because here's the thing, we don't, because now when we think about the sequels, you don't see the Mandalorians ever. So what's concerning to me is that something happens to all of them.
You see, I actually think it's the other way. I think this is where I see it going. I think they're going to become the Mandalore of old, but very much find that balance between being the warrior race that they originally were, that caused them all the problems in the first place. Mm-hmm. Somewhere between that and Satine's version of what Mandalore should be. So what
she never wanted to be.
Yeah. So somewhere in between, so they actually stay out of the New Republic, they stay out of Empire or First Order. Or
if that's the case, if they do end up with that route, then I can see a Bo show. I can definitely see a Bo-Katan show, especially now. I mean, spoiler alert for the end of the episode, but that's basically when we start seeing, you know, a lot of the Mandalorians are putting their faith in her. So I could see if we take that route.
Yeah.
But then we go. So right after all that shit's happening on Navarro, we are basically brought to I like to say a tropical planet.
It was really nice.
You know,
I like the music.
Like a resort, if you will.
The music was well.
Maybe not the Disney World of the New Republic.
That's what they need. Instead of
that's what the Mandalorians are gonna do. Yeah, stay like this is how we stay out. Trench. Yes, Admiral Trench.
Yes,
his voice. Yes. Yeah. So his voice and the pirate
was the same.
Same guy. Has to be the same guy. Because I started hearing his voice, I'm like, you sound so familiar. And of course, it's the same type of character, trying to invade, trying to kill people. But yes, we're now on this lovely tropical planet where, you know, you have the new Resistance fighter just going in for a drink with the nice cameos of Dave Filoni and Deborah Chow.
That was cool.
That was awesome to see. And do you want to say it? Who do we see? Who do we see, Jim?
We got Zeb.
Live.
We got a live action Zeb. I'll be honest, like this isn't the first person from Rebels I expected to see in live action. Like if you don't count Chopper.
Correct. And because we knew a lot, we knew we were going to see a live action Chopper because they announced it at Celebration last year.
And we know we're getting most of the Rebels crew anyway because of the Ahsoka show, and we know that we're getting Hera, we know we're getting Sabine.
Yep.
And Ezra.
Yep.
But I was always concerned about them doing Zeb because that's a difficult character to bring to life.
It's a species that it's not easily, because if everyone here is a Star Wars fan, you've seen the evolution of how prosthetics have been at Disney when it comes to creating creatures that are not human.
Yeah.
A lot of it's been very chunky, very questionable. But now that we have the evolution of technology and CGI and all that kind of stuff, they fucking killed him.
Oh, he was perfect.
Absolutely he was perfect. Exactly what you saw in Rebels, but live action, like every hair.
Yeah.
Like I'm just saying,
which is crazy because, like, obviously we know that Rebels is quite a stylized show as well.
Very stylized.
So the fact that they've been able to go from that, I do think it helps that I can never remember the name of this species either. But obviously there was one in Fallen Order.
You're right.
Cal Kestis' master.
Yes.
What's his name?
I haven't played the game in a couple of weeks, man. Don't kill me.
Oh, I can't remember either.
Matt, our resident.
Okay, so apparently it wasn't his voice.
No, it wasn't. Oh, they were
D. Bradley Baker did Trench.
Oh, I believe that they all voice acted so many different things.
He's a Lasat. There you go. Look. He's my favorite Rebels. Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yes. I was actually telling him.
Jared to Paul. There we go.
I was telling you that at one point I'm looking forward to seeing.
No, even Cass got it. That sounded harsh. Even Cass got it. I mean, Cass got it as well as everybody else, and we didn't get it because we suck.
Idiots.
Look, everybody's better than us.
That's fine. I know.
I'm not sure it's okay.
I know I'm a piece of shit. Like I'm nothing, so I'm fine.
No,
with
I should remember stuff like that. Hey, Simon.
What
You're
is
not
up?
late, you're just on time.
Never late.
So I think the fact that he was in Fallen Order and they kind of made that very realistic in that way.
Once again, that's also that's mocap. That's motion capture.
So the fact that they clearly took that evolution, they went from their video game and then into live action.
I'm telling you, ILM is.
Yeah, Cass played Fallen Order. She's completed it. How about you? No? All right. We are adorable idiots.
Thank you very much.
I've seen you play Fallen Order, and I had to stop watching that play Fallen Order because it was too frustrating. I was shouting down my TV. I was going, "No! What are you doing? Freeze the thing and then run up it."
There's a snippet of it on my. If you go to my Twitch, guys, you can see.
I was so glad that I stopped watching. Like when you got to the ball area, I was just like, "No, I can't."
No, because you even told me that was going to be.
Yeah, I know. I was just like, I can't.
You warned me.
I hated doing that myself.
You warned me.
No, I can't.
I've actually gotten farther in Fallen Order. I just haven't streamed it because I don't want to piss off people, and I just need to learn how to play this game. I'm very new to PC gaming, so like I just learning as I go. You should go to my Twitch account. Idea. You should go to my Twitch account and see how I can rage during.
She's stuck on a level of Lego Star Wars. Like it's not a good sign.
You can actually see that on Twitch too. I just streamed that. I haven't played it since that time. Go to my Twitch account, The Real Jedi Princess. You'll see all that shit there. Subscribe if you wanted to too.
But it's definitely entertaining. It doesn't have to be good to be entertaining.
No, it's right. I don't have to be the best player.
Entertaining, infuriating.
I'm participating.
Yeah, you're enjoying it, and that's all that matters, right?
I don't know if I would call it enjoying it. I'm just playing it. I'm just trying to get through it.
Just trying to slide down stuff and jump to ropes, yeah, constantly.
My God. Moving on. So yeah, well, we see the new. I forgot the pilot's name already. I mean, I know the actor's name, but the one.
I'm not good with names today.
Yeah, I've been terrible. Like I don't know if it's the jet lag, or the fact that I'm exhausted and I'm in a new time zone. But I've literally forgotten how to say phrases. And I'll be like looking at Jim. I'm like, what's the word?
I have no excuse. I'm still in my same time zone. I've been on a plane. The worst that happened to me today was I had to get up early and still my brain. It's not working. Yeah, do that.
Oh yeah, because now I'm on Kashyyyk in Fallen Order the first time.
You're gonna be there forever.
I just helped out Saw Gerrera, so.
Again, he gets everywhere.
Wait, amazing. Like like I don't know if you saw my face. Like I was in awe of all your stuff. Like just being here, it's. I don't know. It's kind of like you feel like you're home.
Yeah.
Because you just have all the stuff around you. You're just like, oh, just everything just feels right. That's what it's like to be at gyms.
Yeah.
It's a good vibe.
I feel like I'm at home at my house too, so that's good.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically,
Izzy will help you.
Oh bless. But yeah, no. Now basically he gets the word from Grief Karga that he needs the New Republic. He needs help, and he's like, I'm not asking lightly. Like I need the New Republic's help, and so he's like, got to go to Coruscant. And the weirdest person that the weirdest actor I would have never expected to ever be in Star Wars shows the fuck up.
Is the guided counselor from the Goldbergs.
Or if you're a fan of Even Stevens, was in the Even Stevens movie. And I'm just like.
That was a weird choice. I'm not going to lie. It was a very weird choice.
I love the Even Stevens movie. Oh wait, the actor, not the movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't mind that. I mean, Shia LaBeouf, whatever.
Yeah, it was just an interesting choice because I heard his voice. I'm like, no, that can't be him. And then it's him, and you're just like, Tim Meadows. The
ladies' man, yes, of course.
The very weird, like I didn't expect him in Star Wars.
No, it seemed like an odd choice for someone that was clearly an important role for a comedian. I mean, I guess we've had Bill Burr, so there's no reason why they have to be serious actors.
Yeah, but basically, so we go to Coruscant, we see Tim's character, and he's basically telling him, like, we don't really have the resources. But then, of course, I forgot her character's name, but my favorite lesbian shows up.
She's great.
Oh my god, I love her character.
Yeah,
she has a range. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. She has a range. She's the master manipulator of the season. For sure. And of anything, she's the gaslighter too.
Oh yeah.
Because she's literally like, well, I wasn't taken, I was liberated.
Yeah.
And obviously, like, she was taken, and she's still very pro Moff Gideon, pro Empire, and everything.
For sure.
And she's like gaslighting the Resistance pilot, the New Republic pilot, being like, listen, like, Navarro is not a part of the New Republic, so we shouldn't be helping them. Like, and they need to learn their lesson. Like, either join us.
Is it?
No, once again, and then that's when he goes, "That's very imperial of you
right?
to say." And he goes, "That's not." And he goes, "Calm yourself."
That's offensive.
That's offensive.
That was quite funny. So basically, he didn't get any help.
He didn't get any help, so he basically had to take it upon his own hands. And with the help of a lovely R6 unit, right? R5 unit. He finds the group of the Mandalorians.
I feel really sorry for that R5 unit because he's going to get taken apart after that.
Literally decimated.
Like, he gave up the Mandalorians, like, location. Secret hideout. Oops. But it was for the greater good, so maybe they'll keep him on as like a drink server or something, just like R2.
Oh yeah.
And so he goes and he's like, "Hey guys, just so you know, Grief's in a bit of a problem. I know it's not your fight. It kind of is because Mando was the one who killed most of the pirates."
And he goes, "This is kind of your problem," but he doesn't know that.
No, he doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that.
They could probably do your help. So, and off he trots in his little X-wing. I really liked his helmet. I liked the color scheme. It was blue and orange.
Yeah, I'm digging the color scheme of the New Republic. It's giving me very much University of Florida vibes. If you guys know what the University of Florida is, their colors are blue and gold and blue and orange. It's very Floridian and shit. But
so then like Din's like, he gets the talkie stick,
which is another weird thing in the Mandalorian culture. Like, you can't really talk unless you have the talkie stick.
I think that's a good idea though, because then it's like not everybody's just trying to talk over each other. We should have them on live streams when there's more than 4 people. Yeah, like, you can only talk. You got the talkie stick.
I mean, like, if you're in a live with more than 4 people, yeah, for sure. If you're trying to do a show like this with like 10 people,
that's ridiculous. No one should do that.
I know. Why the fuck did we do that in 2021?
I don't know. Anyway, so then Mando's like, "Oh, he needs help. I knew you fought against him, but he needs our help, and he's been willing to give us some land." And then old Paz Vizsla gets up.
Well, before Paz Vizsla goes up, Mando basically pleads to them, saying this could be the chance to have a place. Yeah, and like, it may not be the rebuild of Mandalore, but at least you guys and the kids can live above and not in hiding. Yeah. And I think that's what he was trying to say.
And that was kind of a key point to this episode, I think.
It's mainly just ensuring the future of the Mandalorian people. Like, Mandalore, we will get to that, but the people need to live, and they need to be able to thrive, and you can't do that when you're in hiding.
Yeah, for sure.
Especially when you have alligators and dinosaur birds.
It's the worst planet they could have picked. Like, honestly. So then Paz Vizsla gets up and he starts talking, and he's like, why should we help him? We've lost brothers and sisters due to helping this man. Why should we do it? And you think that's the way it's going, and there's all murmurs. And then he's like, because we're Mandalorians, that's why. And you're like, come on, Paz Vizsla.
Finally, the Vizsla name is doing good. But then he also shades them all, being like, this man helped me save my child. Yeah. Bo-Katan went out of her way to save my child
when everybody else had given up. Yeah.
You guys just gave up, and they all were like, yep.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
This is the way.
This is the way. Like, heads down.
So then what happens?
Well, then they all go outside, and Bo basically gives them the plan of like how we're gonna fly into Navarro.
Very good.
And how they're going to basically approach attacking the pirates.
Yeah.
And she did pretty good. She went into full captain mode. You need the pillow again.
I didn't want to sit here because look, this is ridiculous. But like, I was like, I can't. This stool I'm sat on, I let Nat have my chair because I'm nice like that. But the stool I'm sat on is actually lower than the chair, but it's really uncomfortable. So I put a pillow on it. But if I sit properly, I'm like, this looks like some kind of comedy show.
But yeah, so they basically, Bo preps them saying, okay, Din and I are gonna basically clear out the way for the most part, and then once we get to the landing zone, you guys will drop in, handle the pirates on the ground, and we'll handle the pirates, the ships in the air. And it was like probably the smoothest mission I could ever see happen. Sure. And they literally,
you can tell this wasn't the Bad Batch.
Nope.
Because everything went off like precision, on point.
You know what the Bad Batch, what happens to their plans? There's an episode from, I think it's that DC show, but it's the character Mickey that goes, make the plan, expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan. It's basically the Bad Batch.
Captain Cold from the Flash.
There you go. I think I missed one of them, but he was basically, no disrespect.
Yeah. I know. It's like a little elf. And she's sitting up straight.
I'm 5 feet. I am really short.
That's why I'm hunching, so I look like I'm like as small as you are. Hello.
Shut the fuck up.
And so, it went off without a hitch.
Oh, they did
pretty
so well.
much.
I mean, Din handled everything from above, and once the Mandalorians hit the ground, they went full force on and beast mode on these freaking.
And even when they started to like fall back a bit and get surrounded,
the armor came.
But Paz dropped in as well, didn't he?
Oh,
Paz drops in with his big fucking and just absolutely ruins.
Decimated people. But no, and then you see, of course, the pirates that are on the top in Grief Karga's office.
Yeah, with a big gun.
And Armor came in with that freaking mallet. And
battered.
Trandoshan got knocked in the face and fell off. This is what it's like to actually, for us to be in person. Yeah. Like, obviously, virtually, like, we're still pretty much ourselves, but this is like...
This is fun.
This is great.
This is like what we were at Galaxy's Edge.
Basically, but just when we weren't on live.
In fact, let's stand up. You want to see something funny? It's not really going to be... Look, there we go. There's Nat. That's ridiculous. So there you go.
When you guys see me in person, just know I warned you guys.
Oh yeah, they did. The Kowakian monkey lizards snitched on the pirates.
They like,
yeah,
they like pointed that way.
Yeah,
that was funny.
Oh, did we both do it at the same time?
We did. We like.
That was good.
My bad.
Oh my god!
I'm sorry.
You're ruining that.
I'm just trapped. I'm American. I'm sorry. But yeah. So once, basically, the Mandalorians got everyone on the ground, and pretty much Din and Bo, because Bo was actually assisting, basically started annihilating a bunch of the guys in the sky. A lot of the pirates actually dipped. They were actually like pirates, just like, we can't do this anymore.
No, it was just that one guy. Everyone else did.
Really?
Yeah, it was just that one dude. It was just like, no, I think it's time for us to part ways.
Yikes!
And off he
went.
Then
he got, and then the
he's gonna come back.
He's gonna come back, but then the
seaweed
dude was pissed.
Yeah.
And he just basically went down with his ship. Yeah. Like
good captain.
Went down with his ship, as you should.
But so then everybody's happy, everybody's cheering and that, and then Grief's like, let's thank our Mandalorian friends. We were once on two different sides, but now we were together.
And basically it says like you can have this whole plot of land, and
from lava flats to Bullock Canyon, which was a reference to Jeremy Bullock, who played Boba Fett. Yeah, which was really, really nice. So then the Mandalorians have got their own like very large piece of land on a new planet.
And they can now thrive and flourish and finally not be in hiding anymore. And yeah.
We've basically been talking about Star Wars all day.
We have. That we did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but that's kind of why Jim and I've always vibed with each other for like now it's going on almost 2 years we've been friends. I don't know if you guys have been here at the beginning of our friendship. We met on somebody else's live like almost 2 years ago, actually talking about the Bad Batch season 1.
Oh yeah, it was.
Yeah, and Jim was I was a person since I was new to being on live with people. I was like very much like, I love the episode. It was great. I love Omega. And then Jim's like, nah, man, this episode's dog shit. He was pretty much everyone looked at Jim being like, yeah, I thought it was shit. But then like once Jim would be like, actually, today was a pretty good episode. We were just like, what?
Yeah.
And then after the lives were over and, shit happened and, we ended up just connecting more as friends. I was just like, wait a minute. You were actually right about many things about the Batman.
Yeah,
I was just complicit.
That's what you do, though, isn't it? If everybody else going, oh, it's really, really good, you're like, yeah. Except I'm not, because I don't give a fuck at all. So I'll always be like, no, if I don't agree with it, I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
But yeah, so now the Mandalorians are happy like that, but then the armor requests Bo-Katan separately, and they're actually we're back in the same setting for season 1. The Forge, and the armor is basically explaining what this used to be to them, to Bo, because she had never actually been there before.
Yeah.
And then demands Bo-Katan to take off her helmet,
which was crazy.
When she goes, do you respect me for my position? She goes, of course, and goes, this is the way. She goes, then take off your helmet.
It's just like, is that a trap?
Like, I'm like, no, literally, it's like, I feel like you're doing this. I think Matt said it, but like, armor is sus.
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, that's really crazy. But then I think what the armor is realizing is that there's not just one way of the Mandalorian. There's multiple ways that have evolved over the years. And I feel like,
yeah, for sure.
Because even she admitted the current way that we are living is not working.
Yeah.
Like the way that they're walking, the way that they're following, obviously there's a reason why they have not flourished, that they've had to be hidden. So maybe, I'm not saying she's going to start, the armor is going to take off her helmet, but she goes, maybe we can start being cohabitant with the Mandalorians that are not on this path anymore. Yeah. Like at this point, if you're Mandalorian, you're Mandalorian. Like we're family. It doesn't matter which way you walk. It doesn't matter if you have your helmet on or not. If like, kind of goes into a little tie of religion a bit.
Yeah.
If you're trying to create bring a group of people together, it doesn't matter what part of the religion you're in, but the fact that you're part of the tribe is what counts. I think that's what she was trying to tell.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like the only way that they can rebuild is by all coming back together, no matter what.
Yeah, and I think
to create essentially what is a new way.
And I think the reason why she chose the armor, the armor chose Bo, is because Din can't do that, because Din is very set in the ways of the Mandalore, of keeping his helmet on, of this is the way, whereas Bo has kind of walked two ways and is the great representation of the new way and the old way.
And the fact that obviously she was respectful enough to follow their ways when she joined them.
And she, you know, and because even though we talk about the mythosaur, the last episode or the episode before that, and the armor's just kind of like, the armor's like, yeah, you saw the mythosaur. And she goes, no, you know, for you to say that you saw the mythosaur, like that's not an accusation we're going to take lightly.
Yeah. That's like a part of the legend, and that she could be the only person that can bring them all together.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually kind of true because she is of royal blood. She is of the royal family of Mandalore, and
the last surviving of
Clan Kryze. And I'm not saying that the Mandalorians have a prophecy, but basically, like, Bo may be the one to bring all the Mandalorians together. And
it's definitely more her than it is Din.
Yeah. And
like, he's always going to be there as like one of the main
supporters.
But she's a leader, and she showed, and I think that a lot of this episode did show the fact that how good a leader she is, not just in a military aspect, but just across the board. Like
she's a human being.
Yeah, she's been, her entire life has been made by her being a leader. So that's what she can do. And I'm telling you, we're going to see her riding the mythosaur. She's going to be the one to ride the mythosaur. For sure. And that's going to be insane. The fuck up. Like, and then like drafting Boba on the back of the Rancor as well. Why not, eh?
Right.
Just everybody get a creature.
Basically, at this point.
Yeah, because they got
they have the three dinosaur birds. So.
Yeah. Wait, are they going to have to transport them to Navarro? They are, aren't they?
God.
Well, that's going to be fun.
God. It's kind of one of those pieces of an episode. You're just like, is this going to tie into the story? Is this going to continue?
It's got to.
I mean,
you don't just have 3 massive birds for no reason.
True. But then, so once all that's done, we are brought back into the storyline of, I fucking hate that I don't know his name. Of the New Republic's pilot. He starts investigating what happened to Moff Gideon's ship. Like,
well, he finds it, doesn't he?
He finds it. He finds the remnants.
Shuttle, and it's obviously been damaged.
Well, yeah, it was attacked. But so he asks his R2 unit to basically go investigate, which this is the first time I ever saw an R2 unit do this, is to go scope, but he uses his thing. Because I always thought that was attached to them.
Well, I think it's attached to R2.
It's attached to R2.
I think different astromech droids have different
probably
things.
But yeah, so this one just goes and scopes out the ship, and basically they're seeing and they're investigating, because he's online with the New Republic, and they're just like, well, the pilots are dead, and Moff Gideon, this was transporting Moff Gideon, and this is the reason why he didn't make it to trial, and he's not here.
Yeah.
So now we have Moff Gideon missing, which is very bad. Very bad.
Very bad. And then the last thing he does is he sees a little something in the ship.
Piece of Beskar.
That's Beskar.
Maybe Thrawn.
So yeah, in my head, this is how this goes, right? So
and it made a lot of sense.
Yeah, kinda. Although the more I say it, the more I start backtracking myself.
Oh God.
So the Mandalorians of Death Watch that followed Bo-Katan, they also followed
Moff Gideon.
No, not yet. I'm going back.
Oh, okay.
They followed Pre-Vizsla, because he had the Darksaber, and then they followed Bo-Katan because she had the Darksaber, and then she lost the Darksaber. So I think there's a good chance that there are members of Death Watch that have been following Moff Gideon because he had the Darksaber, and that there's a good chance that they are indoctrinated by him, and they're the ones that have rescued him from the shuttle, because they won't know that he doesn't have the Darksaber.
No, we were talking about it. I don't think many people know that that Din has the Darksaber, and he doesn't really say it.
He doesn't really use it.
He doesn't really use it except when he was on Mandalore.
Yeah.
And needed to use it, but I don't think like Paz Vizsla and I think actually no.
No one knows.
No. Paz Vizsla has no idea.
No, Paz Vizsla does. They fought.
Yes.
Because they fought for it, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
So the armor knows and Paz Vizsla knows. But yeah, so if it's members of the Death Watch, that could be quite a big deal because that would be Bo-Katan going up against her old crew, trying to create this new sort of Mandalore.
Maybe Super Commandos.
Yeah, potentially Super Commandos. It'd be nice to see them in live action, to be fair. But going back to this, I think ultimately that's where it all leads. It all leads back to Thrawn.
Yeah.
Because Moff Gideon... So in, was it the last episode where we saw all those TIE fighters?
Mm-hmm.
Moff Gideon won't have that bigger battalion already.
No.
Because his ship would have been impounded.
Yeah, he lost everything.
He lost everything.
He basically was brought back to nothing.
Yeah.
And he once again he was being transported to stand trial in the New Republic. They didn't kill him. They wanted him to stand trial so he can be.
Yeah, exactly. So he's got nothing. So someone out there has got a battalion's worth.
I personally think it's our crazy lesbian. That she's still doing things behind the doors.
She definitely is, but I think it's bigger than just Moff Gideon. And I think that's what brings Thrawn into it. Because he would have an army by now.
And that's what the New Republic, that's why that the TIE fighter kept saying. He goes like, I have a feeling that like we've been seeing TIE fighters around.
Yeah.
You guys are dismissing the fact that they're here, but the remnants of the Empire are still around and you're not doing anything about it. And it's just going to cause something to build. And then, I mean, eventually the First Order will be born. But
I think we're before that.
We're way before that.
First Order. So
but this
it's got to still be the remnants.
This is still the tail end of the Empire.
Which is Thrawn.
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately. And if that's where the Ahsoka show is going, which we know it is, like he has to be introduced to this timeline because this is the timeline that Ahsoka has set.
Yeah.
And I would imagine now that we've been like teased with Zeb and everything else, it kind of makes sense.
I mean, I personally thought, like I said, a lot of the times The Mandalorian is one of the shows that they like introducing characters that are going to be that can be standalone in other shows. So Zeb being in this season is jaw-dropping because that means they're going to be dropping Rebels characters to set up for Ahsoka.
Yeah.
And Thrawn could be it. Like, watch that be the plot twist at the end that it's Thrawn.
It would,
or at least we get a glimpse of him. Then we see him.
What I would love is that the last scene in this. Do you remember? I think it was the end of season 1 where it was just a hologram of Moff Gideon.
Mm-hmm.
I would love the end of this season. The final shot. We don't see Thrawn at all, and the final shot is just him from behind, stood facing away from us, and we just see him from behind, and that's how it ends. So you don't see his face, you don't see nothing, just see the white, the blue, his hair, and him.
And you know
there.
exactly who that is.
Exactly who that is.
I'm hopeful for Sabine to show up.
I think there's a very good chance that she's going to show up.
Like I said, like they do that so
she's probably one of the most obvious people to turn up in this show.
Oh yeah, because she still is a Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And now that they're looking for Mandalorians that have their helmets off.
Yes.
And Sabine is very much that. She doesn't follow the way.
And also Clan Ren ruled for a bit too, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. They did.
So she would be a great one for them to have by their
Watch she ends up actually going to them first.
I mean, her and Bo are friends anyway, so
yeah.
So I would imagine that she's one of the first person Bo calls.
Yeah, so she's probably, if anything, because when the armor says go and find more Mandalorians, it could be a potential that she's going to call Sabine, and we're going to probably see Sabine or anybody or somebody from Clan Ren, in the next episode. And I mean, this is already, we started at chapter 18, 19, 20, 21. Isn't this episode 5 of season 3?
Yes. Sure.
And how many episodes are in the season?
8.
Oh, so we're tipping the mid part of the season.
We've gone past mid.
Oh, wow. So now we only have, if anything, 3 episodes left for them to tie in.
That's a lot. That's a lot to fit.
Well, unless they I mean, I feel like this length of an episode today was pretty good. They were able to get so much in there. It kind of reminded me, not last week's episode, but the one previous, when there was a couple of filler from that Coruscant festival and stuff that it had like 2 parts basically. I thought something like that is good. That's a good length.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the 42 minute mark is a good time. Although sometimes I think that, some episodes when they're like only 30, they only actually need to be 30, and any
last
longer,
week's was fine.
Yeah,
I
any longer,
was perfect. Last week's was great.
Yeah,
is that Paul?
Paul's here.
Dude, are you on a flight? Aren't you on a flight?
No, he came. When do you come over here, Paul? Tomorrow? You'd hope it's tomorrow. We're going out on Tuesday.
We are going out on Tuesday.
We're all hanging out with Paul on Tuesday because it's his birthday. Dude, is it your birthday tomorrow or actually Tuesday? I forget.
I just got home.
You come tomorrow. Is your birthday tomorrow or is it your birthday Tuesday? I forget.
But yeah.
I need to put it in my calendar so I never forget.
Do you have my birthday in your calendar? Probably
Fuck
not.
no. It's when?
August, yeah.
The 19th.
Yeah, I mean, you're like 5 days off.
Which way? 24th. 24th. There you go.
August 24th.
4th of April. So the day we actually go out.
It's your birthday. Hell yeah.
That's really cool. And it's his 40th as well. So it's a big one.
Yeah. Oh, and guess what? I mean, this is very... you can mute us for a bit.
There you go.
Drinks at 6. Yep.
There you go. Everybody in the
Drinks
chat.
6.
Drinks at 6. Dinner at 7. Come on, let's go.
Is there a dress code?
No, there isn't. I already asked him. Because I was like, do I have to get dressed up or can I come like just casual me? He's like, just come as you. So, pajamas it is.
Wait, best people are born in April, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Cass's birthday soon as well. No dress code. See? Also, I know the pub and I've been there a few times now. Just fucking be there. All right. Wow. Well, that was a bit angry, wasn't it?
Sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, that's basically the Mandalorian chapter 21, The Pirate.
Yeah, it was good.
That was a really good episode.
I really enjoyed that.
I would give it a actually, if anything, I'm teetering towards a 9.
Yeah,
I felt like I didn't feel bored. Everything I felt was pretty cohesive, and
I was born in August, so
I was born in August too.
Yeah. August.
Are we both Virgos?
Oh, I'm a Leo. Come on. Of course I am.
That's
please. So that was a good episode. Next episode, I don't know what it's called, but
I don't think they came out with the name yet.
It comes out in 3 days.
So it'll be chapter 22. Well, here's the thing. Next weekend is Star Wars Celebration. We will be at Star Wars Celebration all day, and for our own mental capacity and mental sanity, don't think we should go live after we do Celebration.
Or should we?
We're gonna be
maybe we should get other people involved.
Like one night have Izzy and Cass and all of them here. And Simon.
And go live. With everybody here.
I'm down.
We could swap out chairs. Could we? Like a round robin sort of thing.
Like Graham Norton, like have his, like he has in the corner with all the people on the couch.
Well, that's it. Like we could just set it up so that everybody's on that couch there.
And we're just chatting. Live after Celebration with drinks. You sure? We should. I'm gonna get filthy. Okay. I have much shit to do before I leave tomorrow. Listen, don't overpack like me. We're going full live. Oh, see? God. Okay.
Yeah. Everybody wants us to, so we're gonna have to now.
We're gonna have to, and it will be on my channel.
Oh, this is where I get payback. The C word's coming out.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't bring my webcam.
That's right. You use mine.
So we can just do it on your channel.
We'll do it here, but you sign into StreamYard. Duh.
Fine.
Idiot. Anyway.
Fine.
So we will be on Nat's channel next week. I don't know whether it'll be Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, well, Saturday's gonna be the busiest
Cass
day.
is going to bed. So.
Good night, my dear.
No, I think she means when we're all streaming.
Oh.
She's like, I'm not getting involved with this bunch of fucking retrobates.
Fair. Yeah, it'll be. I'm down to do that.
Yeah.
Because, like, here's the thing. A lot of people are going to be doing after parties after Celebration. People are paying astronomical prices just to have drinks after Celebration. That's you, man.
Not if Sems is here.
He has to say yes first. We can't just tell him, like, hey, by the way, we're going on your channel.
Oh, we can. By the way.
By the way, Dick, just letting you know.
I'm sure we'll sort something out. It would be cool if there's a bunch of people on it.
Yeah, no, and hopefully next episode's also banger too. If it is, then I'll be like, oh yeah, we should all do it together. If it's not, we're just like, so about this week's episode. But aside from that, the Bad Batch is done.
Yay!
We only have a few weeks left of The Mandalorian. We're hoping at Celebration they tease the trailer or a teaser for whatever show will be next. It should be Ahsoka, right?
Should be, because it's coming out in the fall.
Yeah.
Or autumn, as real people call it.
The fall. And we also should be getting teasers for, I think we should be getting teasers for The Acolyte, as well as in Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Because those are the shows that they've been filming. Like, at this point, like, what have you been doing?
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's it with this week's episode.
Yep. If you're going to be at Celebration, obviously come and say hello to us if you see us.
Yeah, let me know. We're both there all 4 days. We may not be with each other all of the time, but we're going to be around the convention center. I know I'm cosplaying pretty much Saturday. I'll probably cosplay again on Sunday. I know you're cosplaying.
I'm doing Sunday. Yeah. That's it.
That's pretty much it.
Oh, if you've seen that, ask for one of her stickers.
Yes, I brought 251 of my stickers. So, like, has officially my sticker. So if you see me, ask for it. I'm not planning to come back to the United States with a single one of them. I bought them to pass out at Celebration. So, like, the whole purpose is to get them out there and just have people take them.
I should have probably done the same.
I mean,
I printed 10.
And I have one.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Paul has one too. Sems has one.
Oh, really?
Cass has one.
Oh, so yeah.
And there's some on the back of my laptop. So you got to be in the elite to get one of my stickers.
You do.
It's just because I'm
because like Celebration, just people pass out swag. Like I've seen it like on the Facebook pages at Celebration.
Yeah, people just passing everything out.
Some
people swap it, but a lot of people just give it away. And I'm like, I'll always take free shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Ben Solo sticker that I need to get my hands on because it's so freaking good.
Cass will want that too. So if you find them, let me know.
I'll send the sticker to Cass so she knows what it looks like. But yeah, that's it for this week's episode.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be again together next week.
Yep.
After that, I trek back to the United States.
And then it'll be back to norm for the last couple of episodes. And I don't know what we're going to do.
We can just talk about Star Wars.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing to talk about.
You don't want to do like a diving into Thrawn and prepping for Ahsoka?
We could.
We could have conversations about like different Rebels characters and shit.
Oh, we could do like a
because like for example, I don't know much about Thrawn.
No, you don't. You should.
Oh, also, just in case anyone doesn't have it, there's a anime manga version of the book Leia by Claudia Gray. Go pick it up. It's really, really good. I was actually telling bits and pieces about it to Jim today.
That's good.
What's your favorite of Jim Sabers? Ooh, so because I was able to look around his collection a bit. Not gonna lie.
Are you going to pick the one that's not actually mine?
No, it's on your wall.
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
Is it that one?
No.
Oh. Because I was going to say that's Sheena's.
No. It's... Should I go get it?
If you want to. She can even go get it.
I'll be right back. Kitty, you better stay outside.
He won't. He'll come in. I always shut my cat out because he's annoying. He's lovely, but he's annoying. He's an idiot too. You could always do live recaps of the events that occurred at Celebration. We could. Yeah, we could. I'm just thinking, like, what other things, maybe like a Rebels revisit. Oh, okay, that's an interesting choice. Oh, it's an obvious choice.
Yeah.
It's my Saber Trio Vectra. Which
well, that's the thing. I want I've been looking at the Vectra for my whenever I decide to get a Saber Trio in like years time.
That actually was originally that Saber was Zach's.
Really?
Yeah.
So you bought off Zach?
No. It was Zach's, and then Elvis bought it off Zach, and then I bought it off Elvis. So it's done the rounds, and that Saber's actually been spun by our good friend Stony Magnum.
Stony comes next weekend.
Yeah, and dropped as well, and which is why it's got a damaged pommel because he dropped it while spinning.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'm actually half tempted to get it. I don't know if it's got any power in it.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
But yeah, well, number one, I really do love Saber Trio's designs. The Vectra is one of my favorites. The reason why I also kind of want it's either that one or Saber Trio also has their little version of Cal's sides. The only reason why I want that is because I want to get the Attack on Titan Survey Core acid etched on the side.
You know, you can only get stuff acid etched if it's empty.
No, I would get it emptied and then I would get it installed.
And then get it reinstalled. Nice.
Yeah. But I want an Attack on Titan lightsaber. That's what I really want. You have an Attack on Titan lightsaber?
No, he has a
Vectra.
And Aaron. You got two Aarons.
And a Senza, that's the one.
And a Senza, yeah. You can get it etched and installed one.
So they can install it and acid etch for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I just really want.
Yes, because you can get it acid etched by Saber Trio, and they'll install it because that's what Paul got. Because he's got Island Jedi on his. He's got 3 Aarons, 2 Vectras. He's the reason that you can never buy a Saber Trio because Paul's always buying them. He's got 3 Aarons and I don't have one. That's my favorite of their Saber.
I'm just too poor. I'm just very poor.
One custom acid etched.
Yeah, I would get the Attack on Titan Survey Core on the side.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I'm about to get an Attack on Titan tattoo here in London, so I'm just got to figure out where I'm getting it done. I'm getting my Vindari delivered. You're leaving tomorrow, and you're getting a saber delivered tomorrow. Make it make sense, Paul.
That's not Paul.
Oh, never mind.
That's not Paul at all.
I'm tired.
The Vindari, I've got that over it.
Do you? Oh, Stony's.
Yep. Right here. But this one's not actually mine. This is Sheena's. But
it's beautiful.
It's a beast.
So good.
That I need this in my life. If you want to see a review, it's coming out Tuesday. That's all you're getting for now.
Hello, my saber. Phone call, PRP. I have no words.
Are you surprised?
I have no words.
Everybody's getting sabers.
Bought me.
Paul's having a phone call. I'm not getting a saber tomorrow. What day is tomorrow? Monday.
Monday.
I'm at work tomorrow.
I work tomorrow from 4 to.
If our Dooku show up, maybe I'll be bringing home a Dooku to review. Xeno V3. So yeah, we're literally getting those delivered as we speak. So yeah, I was playing with one last week. We had it on a Darth Revan. No, sorry, a Jedi Knight Revan. It's pretty cool. I installed the app and stuff.
You saw the what?
What?
The app?
Yeah, so the new Xeno Pixel board, V3, has a Bluetooth app. So you can set it all up on your phone. You still can't add like sound fonts and stuff, but you can just like change the settings and whatnot.
I'm going to Padawan on freaking Wednesday.
Yes.
I may leave with one.
Oh, you're definitely going to leave with the saber. There's no way you can get away from that. So yeah, thanks for joining us on Hell Base Radio. Join us next week where we'll be on whoever's channel. We'll be
recapping chapter 22. We don't know the name of the episode yet, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, and we will see you all soon. Bye. Let's see. Then we have to press the